Okay, so holistic research tries to understand a topic from various angles and levels of analysis, recognizing that there are many ways to investigate that each one can be useful depending on what you want to discover. For example, there are different ways of seeing certain things, such as the positivism or the constructivism. Sorry, this word I kind of difficult to me to pronounce. Each one has their own ideas and a way to study the reality. Yeah, so there are different kind of types of research, such as those that are based on numbers and those who are based on the experience and the opinions of the people. Yeah, each type has good things and bad things for bad things. So like we say in Colombia, they have the pros and the cons. Yeah, and choosing one depends on what you want to know. Yeah, so previously it was thought that only one type of research was best, but now it is understood that all have their place and can be useful. Holistic research encourages to combining different ways of research to better understand what is being studied. Okay, so the principles of holistic research are fundamental to understanding how this methodology is approached in the scientist field. Firstly, the integration perspective stands out as one of these main pillars of main space, let's say like that. They imply the consideration of different kind of opinions and approach they understand the phenomena as in all everywhere. Yeah, avoiding remaining with a limited vision. So it's try to not only focus in one part, but to focus in all the and all the oh my god, forgot the other around this. Yeah, you also need to consider the complexity inherent to the phenomena study. Holistic research recognizes that phenomena can have multiple causes and interrelated dimensions, thus avoiding simplistic reductions and seeking a deeper, more nuanced understanding. And a part of the methodology is also an essential principle in the holistic research, in that this involves using a variety of research methods as necessary to address for research question effectively. Yeah. Uh, Also, the subject of the researcher and the research participant is recognized. This involves valuing the diversity of perspective, experience, and content that influence the interpretation of data and results. And finally, the holistic research promotes and encourage collaboration and dialogue between different disciplines and areas of knowledge. This allows the people to enrich the understanding of the phenomena and to share different kind of points of view, and also to study the integrated knowledge and method of various disciplines to address conflicts together from different angles. So, the holistic research cycles wants to tell us or refer to the dynamic or continuous approach in a characterizes the research process from a holistic perspective. It doesn't follow a linear or rigid sequence, but like some traditional research, but it's written and flexible process that involves multiple interconnected stages. For example, the first we can say that is the identification of the problem or phenomenon. In this stage, the research problem or phenomena to be studied is defined and delimited. So, the objective of the research is clearly defined, and the research questions that will guide the process and establish the literature reviewed. And this is like the system review all the existing literature related to the research topic is carried out. This includes previous studies, relevant theories, different kind of methodologies approaches. We also have to research the design. In this part, the methodological approach is designed and the most appropriate data collection tools and techniques are selected to each to answer the select question. When we talk about the data collection, it's out according to the established design. So it depends how you're going to collect the data. It might involve conducting surveys, interviews, observation, or other techniques. And after that, we have to do the data analysis, and where we use the using appropriate methods and tools We try to identify relevant paths or relationships, trends, or meanings of our collected data. And we also have the conclusions and recommendation and also the interpretation of this result, where we in a relation to research question and with the literature reviewed. Finally, we had the feedback and reviewed when we the cycle with the holistic research cycle includes a process of continuous feedback and review. In this part, we are going to reflect on the findings and consider the possible adjustment or expansion. So that is like a little bit about the holistic cycle or research. So in addition to all of this that we have been explaining, other features that the holistic research features are, for example, the multidimensional approach, where consider multiple dimensions or aspects of the phenomenon, such as the historical, cultural, social, philosophical, and economic context. This allows to have a more complete and deeper understanding of the complexity of the phenomenon study. We also have the emphasis of the connection between the parts. If these phenomena is studied are related in the action of changes in one part can have an effect on other parts in the system. We also have the consideration of temporality. The holistic research takes into account the time and the evolution of the phenomena over time. We also have the cooperation of multiple perspectives and voices, where it's valuing the research process. This includes the principle of different actors such as the communities, social groups, experts, and relevant stakeholders. We also have the openness to complexity and uncertainty, where the nature of the phenomena study as well as the presence of the uncertainty and ambiguity. And finally, the emphasis of the ethics and responsibility that has special attention because of the ethical and responsible aspect of the research, including the respect for the participants, the transparency of the process, the integrity of the databases. That's it. Well, I think the new concept or ideas related to this approach caught my attention are like them. And the idea of interdisciplinary and the incorporation of multiple perspectives and voice in the holistic research process. Because these aspects highlight the importance of considering the diversity of approaches and knowledge in understanding the complex of the phenomena that we study. And this also encourages the collaboration between different disciplines or areas of knowledge that can enrich the knowledge of a topic by combining by seeing the different kind of points of view, the different methodologies and theories that we can need, and also the comparison with this incorporation of multiple perspectives and voices uh, makes an inclusive and participatory approach to research, listening and value the spirits and point of views of the different communities, social groups, or stakeholders.